So this area right here got a total transformation. I have the gate up so that Mr. Brown doesn't pee on my plants. But what I did was I seeded over here. So I'm trying not to walk on it. But what I did over here, it was just dirt. I put up this AC cover for the AC, gave it some lights, and then we got some hanging planters because we don't want to plant anything close to the house. We don't want to deal with roots growing in the house and all that stuff, so we're not planting anything in ground. Isn't she cute, you guys? Look at her. She's so cute. Hey, girl. And so I like begonias, as you can see. I like them better than petunias. And so these are the white begonias with some pink outlining, and then some pink begonias. And you see it has the darker foliage. This has the lighter foliage. And this is a variegated sedum. I love me some sedum, y'all. And so when I saw the sedum, I said I have to have it. So when I'm done with this basket in the fall, I'll probably put the sedum in the ground. These will just die back and die off. They're just, these are annuals. And then the other day, I was able to get my hands on 4. Ooh, I gotta go look at the tag. But these hydrangeas, I gotta go look at the tag. And so this is temporary situation. These hydrangeas actually get 4 feet wide and 4 feet, I think it's 5 feet actually, 5 feet tall and 5 feet wide. And so when you see me put in my hydrangeas in pots, it is temporary. They're gonna go in the ground when I find out where I want. I need to find something to hide the situation, but right now I can't, kind of like I did with the AC condenser. And so this spot the other day was just dirt, and now this is what we have, and I really like how it turned out. Okay, so now where do we go from here? Let's go. This is a project I worked on as well. So we now have like a sitting area, more parking, all that stuff. So this is what we're looking like up here. But I also worked on this. We got off with the help of my children, and then I put these pavers in and this. And so, hey, Mr. Brown. So we got this situation. What else I've been working on? This right here, I'm loving this new seating area right here. These rocking chairs were black, and that table, I got the rocking chairs. I got someone gifted me them, and they were white, and I painted them black. You know, I just like everything black. And then this table I found about a year ago down the street from my house, and grabbed it. It was brown, like a wooded table, and I painted it black, and we have that little, and I'm loving it, y'all. And this wall, now, this wall looks so good. This wall looks so good. This wall didn't have anything. I kept neglecting this side, but last year I made sure, like in the fall, that every time I found baby hostas, I put them over here. This is a mum. We have some yarrow down there, and then I think there's a black-eyed Susan down there as well. Oh, and I didn't talk about my little hedge over here that I love, but those are 2 different types of rhododendron that are over there. But when we put the rocks, I didn't want the rocks to go all the way here, so we decided to go ahead and line this with red gravel. And so the red gravel goes all the way down there, underneath all the different rhododendron. But this wall, I just love this combo right here. And this is the big wall right here. We have a bunch of hydrangeas on the wall. We did have tulips for the spring, but those are all gone. We have mum over here too, a mum over there, and this wall is just looking so good. This wall is like, I need to show my neighbor's house, but this wall, and that's how it carries out. The hydrangeas are humongous. They are humongous, especially these ones over here. I don't know the names of all my hydrangeas, so, but yeah. Not hydrangeas, hostas. I don't even know the name of all the hostas. And then we're like in 80-something degree weather right now, and so I'm gonna have to keep an eye on these hostas. Well, I know these ones are fine, but I gotta keep an eye on this one, on a few of them, to make sure that they could tolerate the sun, or I would need to move them. But the thing about it is we don't always get 80 something 90-degree weather either, so they did fine last year. So now let's go to this bed. If you all remember this bed, this is like the first garden bed that I made. It was so small when I made it, but look how lush it is now. Look how lush it is. Oh my gosh, I love just sitting here. And then look what finally bloomed. My iris. My first iris bloom. And I think this is this bed's third year. The iris is gorgeous. I have another one that's going to bloom. Y'all know purple is my favorite color, so I'm so happy about that. I don't know the name of this plant right here, but we have a lot of daylilies in here. This is ooh, can't think of the name of it. I'll be back. Black Eye Susie right here. We have a few of those in here. This is peony. This is a spirea. I believe this is aster. We have some bees balm that's looking good. We have some white salvia back here. We have a rose bush that I added, and so we're gonna see how that does. Those are, I think, bachelor buttons right there. We have a dog. More daylilies, coreopsis. So those are gonna all get ready to bloom. I don't know why I can't think, but this doesn't bloom until fall. Oh my gosh, I will know the name of that plant. We have another peony back here underneath these daylilies. And then what else do we have in here? Some allium bulbs. We have a lady's mantle. We have sedum. And then right here we have, what is this? A lilac shrub. So it's not a lilac tree, so it's not going to get enormous. I forgot the height and stuff. I have the tag back there, but it's a shrub, and so it's potted up. And this pot is pretty big. It might be able to hold it for a little while. And we have another lilac right here, shrub. And then we have this beautiful sedum. I love me some sedum, y'all. We also have some weeds. I love this sedum. I didn't know where I wanted to go. I wanted it to stand out, and I love it right here in this pot. Ooh, it's windy. And what I did with this pot right here is I took all the different type of sedums I've had, except for the yellow coral sedum, but the different type of, and I made a pot so I can propagate them, and I just think it looks nice. And so, but I didn't use the variegated sedum or the other sedum I have, which is, I think it's called yellow coral sedum or something like that. But this pot came out really cute in my opinion. Of course, we have some salvia. This is a type of, not a sunflower. It is, I hope you all can hear me. That is, it's a yellow flower. It'll come to life. I got that on clearance. I've been popping these clearance plants in left and right. This is, I believe, aster. We have over here that's going to be coming up for us soon. Some of them came up. We're still waiting. These are your lilies. More shrubs. More daylilies. I believe this is a coreopsis too. And here we are. More bees balm. Back there was a phlox, but it is now going to die back, and I'm allowing it to drop its seeds. We have some sedum, black eye Susie, another peony. This is a lavender, and I popped this in the other day. This is a lilac or a light purple salvia. Another rose bush. We'll see what happens. And I just love how this lamium is growing up the wall. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that is that garden bed. So let me take you over, hi chickens, to this garden bed. I started this garden bed I think last fall, was it? And I only had up to that fountain, up to that, or that fence, the wall, but I went ahead and added. So this is what I'm calling my shade garden, Mr. Brown garden. The area over there is my purple, so it has a couple of names. But something's been digging. But This is a type of sedum too, and I love it. But as you can see, something's been digging and it dug it out. We're just gonna stick it back in there and hopefully it reroot. I have lamium everywhere. I forgot what these are called. My wall came out so good with my hostas. That was a ton of work putting those hosta bulbs in there. Someone gifted me hostas, like let me dig up so many, as you all can see. And I was able to just put them along this wall, dig, drop them, and it was worth it in the end. If you all can see, you'll see when we get down here. This is my viburnum, which I love. It blooms white, and it was all white puffballs. I have a picture of it that I didn't post, and I'm glad I took the picture because then it's been raining, and so all the flowers dropped off of, and so I don't think it's gonna rebloom like new white flowers, but it will stay, you know, green, and I like the look of it. This was blooming beautifully. This is a azalea. This has there goes one bloom, so it has that pink color, and then we have more, I think that's bachelor button or something, more of that, and there goes yellow coral sedum coming back. This is a coreopsis. I don't know the name of that plant. I'm just gonna be honest, this ground cover is beautiful as well, but it rained so much it split it in the middle. More sedum, another azalea. Did I say that was an azalea? Because that's what that is. I got this off of clearance last year. It's been sitting. I finally planted it. I don't know what it is, but it looks like it's finally going to produce the yellow flowers it's supposed to produce. Yeah, everything is just looking. That's yellow. That blooms yellow. I know that for sure. This is another azalea, and you see it blooms pink. And I just don't want to be putting a whole bunch of mulch all the time, so that's why I am putting lamium and different type of ground covers everywhere. These are, what are these, Lord? Columbine. But they're supposed to bloom spring and summer, and when they don't have their blooms, they're going to give you good full foliage, but they will grow. This is a beautiful lily. That right there in that pot, I forgot the name of the orange plant. Sorry, I don't know. But the tall plant in the middle right here is another plant that I had in the hospital. This is getting long, but let me just continue on to show y'all. If y'all really want to know what the plants are, just ask me. This is a viburnum. This is a different type of coreopsis right here. I got that at a plant sale. More columbine, more coreopsis, more sedum. A lot of stuff does repeat itself. These are my favorite spirea plants. Another azalea. This is a bleeding heart that's done for the season, but it will grow and come back. Everything over here will come back next year. This is the same viburnum I just showed you over there. I love this. And we are walking into the gate. And this is what we have, guys. I told you this wall. Woo, a hosta. I love it so much. And over here we have a lot of coral bell. This is a lot shade things. So we have a lot of coral bell. And here, a tree fell in here the other day, so it broke this bleeding heart, but I think it's going to recover just fine. Lots of hosta in here. Lots of Jacob's ladder, which I love. And these two I purchased. You probably can't see them. I purchased those two on clearance, and I think they're gonna be okay. They are alive, but you know. So we have a lot of coral bell in here. We have a lot of hosta. This side is where I try to stay in the purples or the natural color of you know, greens and stuff, and add in this hosta just to brighten it up. So you're gonna see a lot of that. I gotta give you all an overview because I just started walking up in here. Everything is looking lush. This right here is one of my sage plants, and they're all growing back nicely, except for this one. Now, it did have some growth on it, but I don't know. That's what that is, Russian sage. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to find another one, dig this up, and I don't know. I moved all the mulch back from it, and I don't think it's dead, but it's just struggling. I believe this is Coreopsis too, a type. What else do I have in here? We have some hydrangeas, columbine. Everything in here just about blooms purple, or it blooms, we do have these that bloom pink. This blooms pink, but everything else blooms purple. This fern is gorgeous. I have to split that because I want to put another one right here. We have all these grasses. I'm sorry I can't remember the names of everything. Welcome. I need to dust you off. Yeah. These are done for the year. These are my butterfly bushes, and this is the third time I moved them, and I hope the last time, and they are doing absolutely great over here, so I'm happy about that. And this is done for the year. What is this? This is phlox. These are phloxes. They will stay green the rest of the summer, but they are done blooming. I don't know how these are doing over here. These are my fave, but I don't know. I don't know if I have to move them. I'm seeing some browning, so I hope they're not dying. I can move them. I don't know. I'm gonna have to read their tag to see what they need. But it's been raining so much too. I don't know. Maybe it's just gotten too much water because they're not dead. So that browning could just be from the water. We have our lavender plants, our hydrangea. That is I believe a limelight or a little light, whatever. But it's gonna bloom. So that's it. We have our turtle. These blooms are so gorgeous. But this plant is done. Let's see that purple bloom for the year. I'm so happy to have that. So here is an overview of this side of the garden. I'm trying to step back so you can see the whole thing. This is what this looks like. It's just gorgeous. So let's go to the other side, which is mostly veggie. And as we're trying to get this grass to grow in, we're moving our chickens around. So you can see the proximity of that garden space to this garden space in the wall that I already showed you all. And now we're gonna walk over to the veggie garden. It's windy and I hope you all can hear me. So over here we have more hosta. I'm gonna watch these hostas because once this hill, it's like I just don't want to use so much mulch every year, and there was nothing in this space and it needed some more coverage. I don't even know how many bags of mulch I used this year between all these garden beds. It could have been over 100, and I don't want to do that. And the way of not doing that is to have more ground cover. And so that's what these hostas and things like that are going to provide as they continue to grow up, even though they're big now. And that's that variegated sedum that you saw in the basket. I went and got another one, and I'm going to place it here so it can spread down here. I think that would be so pretty. And so over here we have, these are zucchini, these are eggplant, that's a peony, that's a hosta that I broke, but I know it's gonna survive, but I did that. That's baptisia I'm gonna put in the ground up here, and that's another salvia. That one is pink. I have purple, white, and now I have pink. And so as they grow, I'll be able to split them and move them. And oh my gosh, I kept seeing this baptisia and I wanted that baptisia plant. Oh my gosh, these are roses of Sharon that are growing up. This is another hydrangea. Aren't the roses gorgeous? These are the roses I planted recently. This is my Wigelia. This is the first plant I ever put in the ground. Although the first thing I did was that for flowers was that garden bed. When I planted up this vegetable garden, this was one of the first plants, and it was so small, but look at the blooms. And look how big it's getting. It's so pretty. It's gorgeous. I love this bush. That's another rose. Right here are pumpkins. We have some sage and some what is that? Basil. Another rose, a spirea that I just got. And that's why it has different levels to it, because it's growing. That's the growth since I put it in. I always forget the name of this plant, but I love how it fills this planter, and it's going to produce those white flowers. It's going to be huge. It takes up like all this space. And then we have a gang of hostas over here. These are horseshoes that I found when I dug up on this land that I saved. Horses used to be on this land. And so yeah, we have some tomatoes. Remember, I found this on this property as well, and I painted it. Somebody was so creative. They made a planter out of a tire. I thought that was so creative. And so more roses. Those two roses up there that don't have any roses on them actually bloom pink. I wish I would have got all of them white. I'm loving the white, but that's okay. We'll see how they have plenty of blooms that are on them that are gonna come. But when they do come in, they don't look like this. They don't look like this. Anyways, we have lemon balm and mint and 2 tomatoes tucked in here. We have watermelon, we have chives, we have some parsley. Our apple trees are growing in so nicely, and I trimmed them last year. This is our bed of peppers, and we have some tomatoes in here too. Right here, this kale came back from last year. More peppers and tomatoes. Carrots that I haven't thinned out. More tomatoes, more peppers, cucumbers. Just want to show you all the space because this video is getting extra long. My Japanese maple is over there that I'm still trying to get to recover. Then you have the hydrangeas that I potted up, and I think they look lovely. They look lovely. Look how big the blooms are. Huge. Those blooms are huge. Welcome to our garden. Another hydrangea. Up in there, I've got potted up just some little baby hostas that I found. So I think this space is turning out lovely. And as much as, yeah, I gotta do something about this table. And then we get to the other side of the garden where we have Swiss chard and tons of things growing over here. Cabbages. I am loving. And here's an update. Here's another apple tree that I pruned and doing good. Because if you all remember, I lost my last apple tree. These dappling willow trees, I want it so bad. They are so lovely. I staked them. I'm doing everything I can. I need to clip those suckers to make sure that they are okay. I love them. They are gorgeous. They are beautiful. Cabbages, Swiss chard, just some of everything in this garden space. It's just coming out. Everything is starting to grow, but this is what we're looking like at the end of May. And this planter, I have one thing in here so far, but this planter with the nasturtiums and the combination of the nasturtiums and the strawberry plants, oh my gosh, I'm loving it. I love it. It's gorgeous. My door is gorgeous. I got those. Here's where the other hydrangeas are. I said I got these on clearance the other day. I got 4. And so this is their temporary home because, like I said, I think they get 5 feet wide and 5 feet high. So they're not going to be able to live there forever. But I think they look cute there. This is my planter that is just a mixture of flowers. So it is sunflowers, there's alyssum in here, just a mixture, zinnia and nasturtiums in here. So this is just a hodgepodge of flowers. I hope I can use that there. Here we go, some bok choy. This is my potato bed. That's doing great. And these two beds are empty. And so everything is just looking good, and I'm happy about it. Thank you for tuning in to PoweFolk Living. I haven't done a video in a minute, but just wanted to do one. Say bye. I have another garden space. I was saying thank you, and I forgot. We'll have to get to this later. I won't name all the plants here, but this is in front of our chicken run, where we have it just looks lovely. Well, chicken and goat run. I've created this pot with these petunias, but everything else I'm gonna put in the ground after. That is a salvia, and then back there is a rhododendron, and then this right here is sedum, petunias, another plant's over there, and then my clematis. I'm hoping that it's going to climb up this. Same thing in that planter, and we did this trellis, and I love it. And this is the other side of the chicken goat run. Say hi to Nacho and Macho. Nacho and Macho is a new addition to our space. And this video got longer than I wanted. So this is what this flower bed's looking at like. So seriously now, bye. Thank you for tuning in to PoweFolk Living. Bye. Come back.